Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Khushi Shetty from the Communication Management class of 2024. I'll be your host for this session. So, we have gathered here today for a live conversation with Manasvini Sekar, a student from batch 2024. Manaswini is 2021 edition winner of MadHat. She is currently a second year student at SCMC, also a member at editorial board, and has a range of interests including listening to music, watching movies, and writing. She also likes to socialize with new people, and today she is here with us to share her experience. Hello, Manaswini. How are you?
Hi, Kushi. Thank you for that wonderful introduction, and I'm good. Hope you're doing good as well.
Yeah. So let's get started.
Yeah,
You all
sure.
ready? Yeah. So tell me, when did you decide that you wanted to pursue a career in media?
Right. So I made that decision surprisingly later than most of my friends would have, because I remember in December 2020, all of my friends had already started applying to colleges they wanted to go to, but I was still figuring out what I wanted to do, and I think I decided in February. But initially, my idea was journalism because I love writing and reading. But I also wanted a wider exposure to subjects, which is where mass communication and media as a whole came into the picture.
Okay, great. So how did you come across SCMC and the MadHat contest?
Okay, so SCMC, I spoke to a lot of my seniors and they recommended symbiosis in SCMC to me. And of course, Google is always there. But MadHat, so I have this weird habit of clearing up my email spam folder every 10-15 days. And I was doing that and I found this mail from the SCMC, I think admin email or something, which had this MadHat contest details, right? So I saw the ambassador contest and I was very, very fascinated with it because all of the characters that were there were my favorite sitcom characters. So that's how I came across Mad Hat. And I think when I first saw the mail, the deadline was in 2 days or so. So I wasn't really interested in it. But then the deadline got extended. So I had a lot of time on my hands. So why not?
Yeah, great. So did you take part in MadHat knowing you wanted to study at SCMC?
Right. I knew I wanted to study in SCMC, but I didn't really view Mad Hat as a way for that. So as I said, the ambassador activity was what really interested me. So I just did it for fun. I didn't expect that I would win, nor did I expect that I would get into SCMC. So both of it luckily happened. But yeah, I did know I wanted to study at SCMC. It was one of the top colleges on my list. But Mad had happened through the process.
Yeah, great. So how was it in sense like participating in the contest? Do you recall what you were feeling then?
I actually remember this quite vividly because all my creative decisions about Mad Hat were made at 1 a.m. one night. So I just could not sleep this one night. I was thinking about participating in this contest. So I pulled out my phone and opened Google Keep and just typed out whatever came to my mind. And that's how the ideation process began. And I think one day before the submission deadline, I sat down to put it all together in the form of posts because we had to upload it on Instagram and submit it through a Google form link. So I think one day before the deadline, I sat down and did it. But all of my creative decisions and ideas of association as to which ambassador was for which brand happened at 1 a.m. at night because I just could not sleep this one night. So I just pulled out and started typing it out.
Great. So you started off your college experience online, but now it has finally moved on campus again. So how has your experience been regarding academics and extracurricular opportunities?
Oh, it's been amazing. It's been so much fun. And I think SCMC is one of those places that make the transition from high school to college very smooth. So it's been extremely comfortable. It is hectic, I will say that, because there is something or the other constantly going on. There is some extracurricular activity, be it Vavidya, Madhyam, or degree films or assignment deadlines, whatever it is, there is something or the other going on. But the thing is, I think that's equally important for students to have that exposure to doing a lot of things, because that really helps us with time management and other stuff like that. But the offline experience has been unimaginable. And especially, I think with SCMC, you have people coming in from all over the country. In fact, I think in our batch, there's literally one from Kashmir and one from Kanyakumari. So there's nothing that equals that. The people that you meet is amazing. And online is very different. It's, you still learn, but the kind of connection that you get offline with your professors and peers and seniors is unbelievable.
Yeah, we are enjoying offline classes for sure. So, what is your favorite thing about SCMC campus so far?
Oh, if I have to give a very simple answer, I would say Rangoli. For those of you who don't know, Rangoli is this store that we have on campus, which basically caters to every student's every need. So I think Rangoli is an absolute joy and I absolutely adore it. But on another note, I think one of the best things about SCMC is the people there. Like I said, be it the professors or the people that you or your peers, your classmates, whatever it is, you can talk to the professors like they're your friends. They're very, very approachable. And even with your peers, I think you learn so much from them. Everyone is just so talented and so forthcoming to have a conversation with you about anything at all. So I think that's one of my favorite things about SCMC, possibly, that the people are so amazing here.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. So, since you won MadHat 21, tell us, how did you prepare for the contest?
Right. So like I said, I didn't really prepare a lot. All my ideas were at 1 a.m. at night. But what I would say is that the best way to prepare would be to not rush the process and give it time. Because most of the time, the first ideas that we get might not be the best. So I would say give it time, internalize the activities, do some research as to how you want to approach it, and then enjoy the process. I think that's the most important part of it. Instead of doing it for the sake of winning, right? You take time to actually enjoy the process. I think that would be the best experience and the best preparation for it.
So, as a former winner of MadHat, do you have any recommendations, tips, or tricks for the participants of MadHat 2022?
Right. I think to enjoy the process would, like I said, would be the best thing to do. Because if you're gonna do it for the sake of winning or for the sake of a prize, I don't think that would be the best way to go about it. Instead, you can look at these activities as a way for you to pass time, or for you to keep in touch with the creative part of your brain, so that you can constantly keep tapping into those ideas, which is why I said give it time, because creative ideas take time, creative decisions take time. So for us to make those choices, give it time, make sure that you understand what the activity is. And I think justifying your choices are also equally important, because that's what is going to connect your idea with the audience or with the judges. So for you to justify the choices that you make, or um, the presentation or the decisions that you make, I think is very important.
So, Manasvini, tell me, if you had to take part in this year's MadHat contest, which activity you will choose? Like this year's activities are alternate cast for Guru Dutt Classics, like where Guru Dutt Classics are getting readapted for OT or platforms. Which classics would you like to remake, and who would you like to cast? The second one is alternate titles for literary classics. Like you get a chance to rename two of the greatest literary classics of all time. What will the alternate titles be? And the third one, filmy brand taglines. So, what if brands could use movie names as the taglines? Like you get a chance to assign two movie names to two brands. Which one would you choose? Answer anyone.
Right. So personally, I would not touch classics, because I don't believe in doing that. So I would just let them be. I think I would go for the filmy brand taglines activity, because that sounds very interesting. That kind of includes two of my favorite things, which is content and movies, right? So I would go for something like Catch Me If You Can for Bugatti or Harley Davidson, and say Ye Jawani Hai Diwani for Santur Sandal, because why not, right? I think end of the day, it's how you're able to make your tagline resonate with your audience in however way it is. So why not?
So thank you, Manasvini. It was great having this conversation with you.
It was lovely. I absolutely loved being here. Thank you so much for having me.